Well, up next, we are going to be having a rematch from last night's battle between Tim Weissman and Billy Stubbs. That match went down to the sixth game, with Tim winning, I believe it was 7-6, 4 games to 2. And I think the majority of those games were 7-6s, or at least 3 or 4 of them, I believe. So I was right there. It was very
5 were. Yeah, the
five.
first game was 7-3 Billy, and the next 5 were all 7-6s.
Yeah, so very close, very intense match. Tim played very well, very smart, as Don noted. Um, it's going to be an interesting matchup. Billy knows he's going to have to probably step it up a little bit more. How do you feel Billy's playing today versus yesterday? Is there any difference that you've noticed?
Oh, I don't think that much difference. I think Billy had there was some nerves yesterday. I don't think that had too much to do with his match with Tim. I think Billy's had a long trek through the losers bracket. I think that's helped him. I think he's used to playing 5-6 sets in a day, so it's not a big deal. I think he tends to be a somewhat slow starter. He drops the first game of a set sometimes, but I think he's playing. Well, I would say he's playing equivalent to what he did yesterday. I mean, yesterday he didn't play that many really good players outside of Tim. He had one other tough match, right?
Billy, who did he play yesterday? I'm trying to remember. It wasn't a Venezuelan, was it? Yeah, I don't remember who he had to play before Tim. Because he had to play Tim in the round of 8, if that's correct, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Did he have to play another Chicago player, was it? Was it Cusetta or Meyer that he had to play? I think.
Yeah, he played Meyer. He played Meyer
okay.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was probably it. Yeah, what do you think was the main contributing factors to Tim defeating Billy yesterday? Because you said Billy was heavily favored before that match,
Well,
and afterwards you said Tim played very smart. What did he do that was getting him over the edge?
Yeah, I think Billy was heavily favored. I think he's heavily favored now. I think Billy's playing a level or two above everyone else in the tournament, including Tim. Well, I think what happened was that Tim lost the first game playing his standard style that he's been playing. And he lost 7-3, and Billy's offense was just amazing. And I think Tim went and thought about it and said, I can't win playing my style right now against this guy. I can't play my basic setups, my basic defense, and do everything and hope to beat this guy in skill. I'm going to have to do something to not only to get my game going and a bit of a score, but to really more so to get him off his game. The only way you're going to slow down Billy's offense by making him maybe miss a few shots or make a few turnovers is to start scoring on him yourself. It's the old, the best. Well, they say the best defense is a good offense, but in this situation, that's true. They say the best offense is a good defense. In this situation, it's the best defense is a good offense. By scoring on Billy Stubbs, Tim was able to get Billy a little bit off his offensive game, and Tim did that by switching up his game. But he played really slow. He went to a very long, obtuse, almost a left or right drift, but it was a diamond drift. But it was a very line-centric diamond drift. He had very crisp cuts out of that drift. He had a lot of good crosses out of that drift, and he mixed in enough unders to both sides to keep Billy honest. And he mixed in a couple right wall overs, which he did. He started shooting towards there in the EHAB, and I think is a good shot against Billy because I think you have to attack Billy like he had with all the shots. So I think Tim, who is used to not tons of variety in his attack, went to an attack with a very broad offense, and that's what helped him win that match. And it started getting the seed got kind of planted in Billy's head that I might not necessarily dominate this, and he got a little nervous because of that. And
right.
And Tim played the 7-6 points better, the 6-6 points better. I mean, it's that. I think Tim won 4 of 5 7-6 games.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm going to go watch the match, and taking over for me is 4th place and 2-time champion, Mr. Will Upchurch. So enjoy.
Okay, this is Will Upchurch back for some commentary on this semifinal match between 10-time world champion Tim Weissman and 2-time world champion Billy Stubbs. These players have a history going back to about 1995 when Billy defeated Tim on his way to his first world championship title. They've played in numerous tournaments over the years, and they played in this tournament earlier when Tim upset Billy in the winner's bracket round of 4. As you can see, Billy Stubbs was seeded first at this tournament. Tim Weissman seeded 9th. But you can never count out 10 world championships to give you an edge in experience as well as poise when you're moving through a tournament. Despite the fact that these players have a 17-year history, what you're seeing now is a little bit of a feeling out process for both players. You never know how your opponent's going to be playing at any given tournament or any given point in the tournament. And so even though they played earlier in the tournament, they're going to have to feel things out. They're going to bring things that they learned from earlier into play, but they've also each made defensive adjustments. This is a much faster pace than we saw earlier as well, with a lot of transition shots, especially from Tim. Billy's been working on his transition game lately, but it's still not as good as Tim, who was one of the pioneers of the transition game as far back as 1989 when he won his first world championship. Billy wins the first game 7-5. So Tim got 5 points in that game. A lot of them were in transition. I'm not sure how much he learned from that. Transition points are great to give you a little edge, but what they don't do is tell you if the things that you do are working. So we'll be back for game 2 in less than 2 minutes.
Just for a second. Hey, Will, this is Don. What happened there? I mean, to me, that game shocked me, actually. I think Billy played great, and I think Billy's supposed to win, but I think the way Tim played there, he might have had a chance to beat Ehab. If he played that style right there, if you go back and watch the tape, the way he played Ehab with this slow hitting the puck. So Tim came out there, boom, 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 hitting it fast, played at a faster pace than Ehab wanted to play to. There he just played at Billy's pace. That looked like similar to the game, his first game against Billy yesterday.
Right.
Tim won by going ridiculously slow, getting Billy out of his pace in that slow line circle drift attack.
Yep.
I know it wasn't long ago where Tim forgot. I don't know if he wanted to give one more game a try at that level. Now, of course, playing slow, and this is counterintuitive to our folks that are watching, playing slow is much more taxing physically than playing fast.
Yeah.
And Tim is getting older. He's tired. I know he's had some wrist issues today.
Yep.
So maybe he just didn't think he had it in him to start off with that slow style. But I was shocked by the way he played that first game. I don't think playing the slow game guarantees him a chance to beat Billy. I think he's still the underdog, but I think it gives him a chance. I think this style will not win.
Right. I think you're going to see Tim go back to his slow pace. Both players were feeling each other out there, but during that process, I think the game sort of took on a life of its own, and they both were playing at that pace. I'm not sure I don't know if Tim planned to do that, but he certainly got caught up in it. You're right. And you can
right. Billy got caught up in playing that style. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can already see that Tim slowed down the pace here, and there's a possibility that Tim has decided that he needs to work on that fast game. If he's going to go to the finals against Ehab, he's going to need to be on the ball.
Well, yeah, that's a good way to play against Ehab, but I just feel like waiting on the slow pace. I mean, the whole reason of the slow pace is not offensively. It's so Billy's offense may get slow like that. I mean, that's the whole point is to lull Billy sleep, because his offense as is, Tim compared it to an ice pick, you're not stopping it like as is.
Yep, I agree with that. All right, Don.
Anyway, I just wanted to ask that was my analysis of the first game. I felt like I wanted to see if, Will, you had some analysis, and it seems like it's carrying on in this game too. I'm just shocked, but I'm going to go table side and do some reporting from there. Gordon Minnick's going to take over.
Yep, Gordon Minnick will take over commentary here, so we'll get to hear from one of Billy's longtime practice partners.
All right, score is now 3-2. Tim with a nice forehand straight shot there. Billy answers back with a left wall under. Nice right wall under by Tim. Billy's still up 4-3. Tim with the cut, ties it up 4-4. Tim takes the lead with a right wall under, 5-4. Another right wall under, 6-4 Tim. Billy with the left wall under, 5-6. Billy with a nice cross, ties it up 6-6, game point either way. Oh, Tim with a nice chase shot, scoring a right wall under, ties the set, 1 game apiece. Both players playing very well this tournament. The winner of this match will go into the finals to play Ehab Shukri for the World Championship. Table number 2, we have a matchup between Brian Acraco and Keith Fletcher for the 9-10. Both players finishing master in this tournament. If you're just joining us, you're watching the semifinals of the World Championship Air Hockey Tournament. Matchup between current #1 player, Billy Stubbs, who's on the top end of the screen, versus 10-time world champion Tim Weissman on the bottom of the screen. Game count is 1-1. We're about to start game 3. Billy scores the first point with a cross. Tim with a right wall under bank, ties it up 1-1. Billy with a nice left wall over. Another right wall under by Tim. Billy with a cross. Both players are shooting their strong shots at this point. Nice cross straight, 4-2 Billy. Oh, nice. Tim tries an off goal and Billy snags it and returns it back into Tim's goal for a 5-2 lead. Tim takes a timeout. Nice cross by Billy. Game point 2. Oh, Tim turns it over. Nice off-speed cut to end the game. Billy takes game 3, 7-2. Now leads the set 2-1. For more information about air hockey rules, places to play, ratings, rankings, you can visit our website, airhockeyworld.com. Each player can take up to a 2-minute break in between games. We have 45 seconds left till the game must begin. We're getting ready to start game 4. This is a best-of-7 set. First player to win 4 games wins the set and advances to the finals. Tim trying a forehand attack. Worked well for him in the last set. He beat Billy to send him into the loser bracket. Billy with a nice left wall over, score the first point. Answers with a left wall under to complement his left wall over. 2-0 Billy. Tim sneaks in a cut, 2-1. Billy answers back with a cross straight, take 3-1. Tim hits a cross straight, 2-3. Billy with another left wall over, 4-2. Cross straight, just barely missed. Tries the other side. Right wall over was blocked. Nice left wall under. Very fast. Billy has one of the best left wall unders in the game. It really opens up the cross straights as well as the left wall overs that has been working so well against Tim. Tim takes a timeout. Nice right wall under. Billy answers back with a cross straight. Game point 3. Tim chases it in again. 4-6. Nice left wall over to finish the game. Billy takes a 3-1 lead in the set. Needs to win one more game to advance to the finals. Imagine Tim's going to take his full 2 minutes, come up with a game plan to make sure he can stop Billy.
After this match on table 1,
after the completion of this match, they're going to do a photograph of all the current world champions. Every current living world champion is at this tournament except for one. Tim scores the first points with the left wall bank, 1-0. Billy answers back with the left wall bank of his own, 1-1. Tim with another left wall over. Billy with a cross straight, 2-2. Tim hits an off goal. Tries the cross, just misses. Tim with a nice right wall under, takes the lead 3-2. Tim shoots a cut shot straight, takes the lead 4-2. Billy hits a cross straight, 3-4. Tim scores with a right wall under, 5-3. Another right wall under by Tim, game point 3. Billy answers back with a left wall under. Another right wall bank. We now have a match. Billy's lead is 3-2. Still 1 game away from advancing to the finals. Tim is now 2 games away from advancing to the finals. .30 seconds left before we must start game 6. Possession starts with Tim for this game. Billy scores first with the left wall under. Tim answers back to the left wall under of his own. Tim with a cross straight takes a 2-1 lead. Billy answers back with another left wall under, 2-2. Tim shoots a left wall under, takes 3-2 lead. Billy shoots a left wall over to tie it up 3-3. It's just an offensive battle right now. Both players knowing each other's game very well. Offense has such an advantage over defense. Tim has a 5-4 lead. Now goes up game point 4. It's game point 5. Defense is going to be really the key to winning this match now. Possession battle, it's important to score on every single possession and be able to take away some possessions from your opponent. Oh, Billy, match point, game point right now. Billy can stop Tim one more time and get a shot in. I think he can get this. It's very, very, very big stop right here. A lot is on the line for this point. Both players are going to be playing really, really tough defense. It's going to take a great shot to win. Both players are capable of doing it. Billy went with his left wall over. Tim goes for his right wall under. Billy tries to cross straight. It's going to be very hard to score this last point. Another great left wall over attempt by Billy. Tries the left wall under. Oh, chases it in with the right wall under. Billy did not want to see a game 7 there. Tim started to adjust very well. So close to making the finals again. Comes up in 3rd place.